Well, hello there, people of the internet, and hello again. I am TheMBmulti, and welcome to... I have no idea which part this is, of my CivCity Rome Let's Play series. In the previous episode, I did this one, Constantinopolis. I believe it's supposed to be Constantinopolis, but the map author mistyped it, I guess. Yeah, where we had to build a very big city, pretty much. Yeah, so I wanted to do this one, New Town, but it turns out that this is a free build and there's no objective here. So I was gonna look for another one, but then I received a new map literally today, the day I'm recording this. I received a new map. This one, Dinarie. I guess it's like the Roman money. The Roman money, Dinarie. It's written differently, but I don't know. Or maybe it's supposed to be written this way, I don't know. Which is made by the same person who made Badlands and Badlands 2.1. 2.0, I mean. So that's the same person that made this one. So let's see. He also said that it is once again a difficult mission, and as you can see, it's another military mission, which I thought was a nice change, since pretty much every single mission I've played thus far in my new playthrough was an economic mission. So, you know, there were a couple with some barbarians, like with this one, but pretty much everything else has been economic. So I thought it would be a nice change to do a military mission now. Okay. You must assist with the construction at the capital... What? You must assist with the construction at the capital of Rome, so you are assigned to build a city that will serve as a supplier of stone. Beware, cause the enemies are keeping a close eye on the development of your city, and your actions matter significantly on whether you will survive or not. Okay. Alright, so... This guy likes missions where I have to send stone. Just an observation. No, I don't mean anything mean by that. It's just funny. That's like, I mean, it's only 2 maps, but both of them require you to send stone, which is kind of funny. So 250 stone to Rome and 4 large hovels. So the first part, I don't know whether they're probably going to be more. And we lose if the town center is destroyed, of course. Yeah, English is not this person's first language, so which is fine, because that doesn't matter. But yeah, I guess you must assist with the construction of the capital of Rome. So you are assigned to build a city that will... The rest is fine, it's just this first part's a bit weird. So I guess you mean we have to help with Rome being built up. So in that case it would be the construction, or constructions. That's also okay, but then no apostrophe S. Just the S next to the N. Of the capital of Rome. And Rome should be capitalized, of course. It should be a capital R. I mean, come on, it's a Roman game. Send a map to a Roman like me, and you're not gonna capitalize the R? I'm not even gonna play this level. No, okay, that's silly. And it's not even funny, so let's go.
Hail, Governor. Where shall we site our new town centre?
Alright, we have a barbarian entry point right here. And we have some of these pink flowers that don't get used very often, so it's kind of nice to see them. No sounds? Question mark? Wow, that's a lot of iron. Also a small map. Which is interesting. Okay, so 250 of this stone is to go to Rome. Again, not a huge amount of stone, but it should be okay. I definitely will research the extra stone output before I put any pickaxes in the ground. Just because, like, maybe this is more than enough stone. I always find it a bit difficult to see that beforehand. But, you know, when I see 250 stone and this, then I'm like, I hope it's enough. So I'm just going to research all the stone things before I do that. Alright, so we are here. Okay, so we can be attacked by these two. I don't know if I can take these settlements out. I probably can't take out this one. Yeah, in the campaign map, you can actually properly see which settlements can be killed and which settlements cannot be killed. However, when you load the exact same map in single missions, then all of a sudden all barbarian villages get the icon that you can conquer them, even though you can't. Which wasn't a mistake. I believe I showed you that at some point in. I believe that was Failures, where I had to conquer a barbarian settlement that I literally was not allowed to conquer. Alright. Anyway. We can build everything?
Hail, Governor. Where shall we site our new town centre?
Yeah, we can build everything. Okay. Even aqueducts, which is nice. Okay, yeah, let's build the town.
Governor,
That's...
we must first build our town centre.
Yeah. Relax.
Governor, immigrants are arriving in the city.
Okay. Town center here. I think just because it's a very hard military mission, we're gonna start with iron mines. Since we don't have that much money anyway. Right, so iron mines there. Oh, actually that fits perfectly. Look at that. Let's also put a warehouse there. I don't think I'm going to do the big forum design because I'm on a small map.
Hail, Governor.
Research, of course.
What would you like to research next?
Also, aqueducts. We don't have the money for that, but at least we got the first part done. Yeah, there. Can just fit one more there. I probably can't fit one there, no. Alright, it's got some iron mines. How much money? We're probably not making a lot. Yeah, 2 Dinarie. I did see that there was some filth somewhere, so I need a street cleaner.
Avete, Governor.
There we go. Yeah, and then we're gonna link it up like that. There is a lot of fish in the ocean here. I cannot trade with anybody, right? No, I'm just completely surrounded by enemies. I can't trade or anything. Okay. So I don't have to bother with trading ships or whatever. Even though I can build them, but there's no point in doing it. So first things first, just get our military set up. But yeah, no sounds. That's a bit strange. Oh, there's even a land trade point, even though I can't even use it. Because there is literally no settlement to trade with. I always find it a bit unfortunate that when you conquer a barbarian settlement, you can't trade with it afterwards. Really wish the game developers added that. Let's also add a granary right there. Then we can put another warehouse there. Well, then again, let's not delete it now, but I would delete this, put a granary there too, and then warehouses on the other side there. So enough room for a bathhouse there, especially if I cut the trees out, cut down the trees.
Mathematics has been researched.
Yeah, we're not going to make a big forum.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
It's 4 Dinarie. Since I don't have money for an aqueduct right now, I will actually put a well worker here, so that these guys can upgrade, and I also have an extra citizen that pays taxes. Right, so first we're going to do coinage and then banking. Then after that we're going to quickly do faster research by doing the alphabet and basic education, all that type of stuff. And then we're going to work towards charcoal production to increase iron output and also to increase sword output. That's the plan. I don't know whether there's a time limit for when the barbarians attack. I hope not. But you never know how the map maker has rigged. Sounds like he's cheating or something. But now how he has lined all the triggers up, you know. What's like when the attack happens, which conditions I have to comply with. Okay, starting to make a bit more money. I probably can't fit this there. No, it's too hilly. Okay. Yeah, let's not bother with the stone just yet, because again, there's not that much. And I need to, and I want to research the stone output things before I mine any away. Also need some farms. Yeah, there's not a lot of room here. I guess we can do the farms up on top of the hill. It's a bit far away. If I put a butcher shop here, it's a shame you can't see the circle on the mini map. I still feel like it's a bit crooked or something. Also a shame that you can't like shift scroll and then it'll lock onto a 90-degree angle or whatever. That like you can do it in most modern city builders. For some reason you always start off when you load the map on the stupid angle and then you have to like adjust it manually. Right, 14 Dinarie. It's not fantastic, but it's something. So I guess we're going to do the goat farm up here. As close to the edge as possible. There, and then I'll do the butcher shop right there. Oh, barely.
Coinage has been researched.
Freaking barely reach that. Yeah, I can't really put it anywhere. Yeah, I could have put it here, maybe, but I guess we'll do the other farms there then, if they're too far away otherwise.
The capture of the Sabines. Now there's a black mark in our history, if ever there was.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
Just have enough money
Governor,
for that?
We have very little money left.
I'm aware, don't worry. Also need a well here. Like 3,000 denarii to start off with is pretty freaking tight.
The Emperor's wife has just taken up painting, so I hear.
Especially if it's a military mission and you kind of... Well, I don't know how early the barbarians attack, but... You know, it's better to be fast with... It's better to be too early with building your military stuff than being too late, of course. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I had to sneeze, but I turned the microphone off so you didn't hear anything. Right. Now, we're pretty far off from 1,000 denarii, which is what they need to build a fort. I'll probably just build the fort right there, like right in front of the barbarian entry point. Nice. 20 denarii per month. So we'll just triple speed because I have to wait until I have enough money for a fort and my sword makers and all that other type of stuff. The good thing about going for charcoal production early on is as well is that I will have quick access to lead working because that's in the same chain. Yeah. Apparently the Easter egg is not as rare as I thought it was. Or maybe it's because on the normal circumstances I never build a well, I just go straight for an aqueduct. It's 29 denarii per month and it will be increased after I've researched banking. Alright, the well worker is the first one to upgrade to the medium hut. There you go. 34 denarii per month. See, the upgrade between this and that was 4 denarii. That's actually quite significant. You get 2 extra denarii taxes from the shack to the small hut. And it's 4 denarii from the small hut to the medium hut.
Food level.
Shut it. I am actually allowed to build walls as well. Usually map makers like to disable walls.
Pottery has been researched.
Like, what the hell's the point of the walls when every single map maker is going to disable them? Even in the campaign, you're only allowed to build walls in the very final military mission, I believe.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
Right.
Research started.
We'll research mining. Right.
Governor, we have...
I know. I'm aware. Don't worry. I'm constantly looking at that. What the hell? Why the hell? Oh, because I don't have the money for it.
Production has been researched.
That's why it's red. Yeah, I just wanted to see, but I can only fit one more in there.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
I don't have the money for that, so we'll just wait a bit. There we go. Another sword maker.
Beware of Greeks bringing gifts, my mum always said. Not that I've ever met a Greek like.
And now we go get... We collect 1,000 denarii for our first fort. There we go, 1,000 denarii. Let's build our fort. Oh. There's slightly hilly there, so I can't build it exactly. I can't build it right there. Okay, it's a bit of a shame, but nonetheless, nevertheless, there you go. And then we switch that to legionnaires only.
Hail, Governor.
Alright.
What would you like to research next?
Save up 500 denarii for the bronze working research, so that the soldiers do more damage. And that also gives us access to lead working. Then we need to save up another 1,000 denarii for the cistern. Or kistern. I know, I never figured out how to pronounce it properly. Alright. So with all of the swords, I think we can even get one full cohort. Or at least mostly full cohort. Just go normal speed
Hail,
now.
Governor. What would you like to research next? Governor.
Alright, so we have bronze working incoming, so our soldiers do 25% more damage. We got loads of swords coming in all the time. So we got almost one entire full cohort. Okay, then we save up 750 denarii for lead working. Then we need to save up 1,000 denarii for building this thing. Oh, can I fit that there? It would actually be quite nice if I can fit that there, but then probably I need to... That thing only costs 25 denarii, so I can easily just build that there, but we have to save up for 1,000 denarii first. Alright, so whatever. Unless they send a ridiculously large army straight away, I should be fine now if any barbarians come over. Bathhouse can go there indeed, but I'm not going to do it just yet because it's not really necessary. Just need to keep the space open. I can put another warehouse there, and then in the space that there should be one more warehouse here technically, but I'll leave it open and I can build a carpenter there. Okay, more swords, which means more legionnaires. Maybe I can even send them off onto the campaign map already. I take out the barbarian villages prematurely. There we go, 2 full cohorts. And then we need to work on the 3rd one. Yeah, there we go, even more swords. Okay.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
Right, so now we'll research lead working. Nearing 1,000 denarii per month, which is good. And when we have lead working, of course, we can destroy all of the and the chister, of course. Then we can destroy all the well workers. Although I don't know if there's any fire on this map. Wasn't mentioned in the description, so who knows? Maybe, maybe not. I wish you would gain other resources as fast as wood, because wood is so... Even though it is a limited resource, because of course at some point you can chop down every single tree on the map. But still, you get so much wood so easily, it's nice. I wish other resources were that... I wish fucking olive oil was that easy. Could you imagine olive oil
has been researched.
Being as easy as wood? Well, that would be fantastic.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
Right, masonry and then mosaic working, and then we've got a free well, not really free, a cheaper cistern, really. Because instead of 1,000 denarii, it cost me 700. No, 800. 250 for engineer... Oh, actually more. $100, there's 350, 400. Okay, it's barely cheaper. 900 denarii instead of 1,000 denarii. It's cheaper still, but not by as much.
Mosaic working has been researched.
Alright, so let's build that. And then this is free, so we can build this here. Then we can destroy these two. Oh, I'll leave that one, just in case. This one's in the way, so I'm going to destroy that one. I'll leave the other one just in case there is actually fire on this map. We need one of these.
The Siege of Troy. Ah, there's a tale.
Why are you guys so lazy? Why on earth did nobody claim this house? It's so fucking nearby.
Soldiers pray to Mithras a lot here. Either way, the old man must be happy with all the temples in his name.
Lazy bastards. It's literally a house right there, and they're like, nah. I'd rather be homeless than live there.
Well worshipping the gods in these parts. I think we should honour a few more, though.
Okay, but let's actually double check. If I send you off on the campaign map, I guess you're gonna go to the... Where are you gonna go here? Oh, you're gonna go here. Oh, that's even better. That's even better. Okay. Well, they can also... Oh, in that case, I'll just destroy this. Bit of a waste of 550 denarii, but... Okay, and then extra forts, which goes down right here. I'll wait until we get a bit more money. There we go. Again, switch everything over to legionnaires. All right. go ahead and attack that. Yeah, I see. Okay, so I can't kill this. I already thought so because it said 2 Carthage. Usually you can't kill a city that's called like that, or 2 something else. But I can kill these other ones. So we're gonna take 1 settlement out prematurely, and then we're gonna see how well the legionnaire, how well in shape the legion is, and if it's decently in shape, we can send it off to the next one immediately before sending it home.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
Okay, research the free roads because that's going to save us a lot of money over time. Okay, so we need 2 nicks. Oh yeah, then we need olive oil, of course. After that, bread. So I was hoping... No. Wishful thinking. I was hoping I could put another farm right there, but apparently not. I can put a wheat farm there. I'll put one there.
I think the Emperor should get rid of those bossy old senators. Say what you like about this city, but we certainly get the chance to see plenty of plays around here.
I have to walk a little bit to get back home, but that's okay. And then we can put the mill down here.
Agriculture has been researched.
Where is it? No, that's the carpenter. Mill.
Egypt. Now there's a strange place. The man next door is very nice. He let me a cup of dried fish.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
Okay, weaving. Then we need olives. It's also going to be a bit of a pain in the ass to get an olive farm. Oh, we can actually perfectly fit that here. So we might as well. I'm also going to pave this because, again, the roads are free. And we also need the bathhouse in here. There we go.
Say what you like about this city, but we certainly get the chance to see plenty of plays around here.
They do like the plays in the theatre.
The Siege of Troy. Ah, there's a tale.
Alright, so then if our granary space starts to run low, we can easily just build another goat farm right there. And then a couple butchers and a granary, just solely for the purpose of stocking the granaries. Right, so we need another temple in the meantime, so I'll build one to Diana.
How wonderful. I can hear the sounds of the theatre.
We also have the olives, so I'll build 2 olive presses. Since we all know how much of a pain in the ass olive oil is to manage as a resource, if you can't import it from somewhere else. Okay. Alright, so I got olive oil, then... Oh yeah, we need carpentry and bed and religion, and then bread and entertainment.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next? Research started.
Research baking. I'll also build the baker.
My neighbour is a nosy old so-and-so.
There. Have to wait a bit because, of course, no flour has been made yet. We can actually fit another warehouse there if this tree is chopped down. Let's also start collecting some stone. Oh, the Legion has returned. Yeah. They're being replenished. There should be... Oh, yeah, there's no swords, of course, because of the new fort, but... Look at that. Got almost an entire Legion ready, so... Yeah, so the bakers will start baking things once we have some wheat that has been turned into flour. They're all waiting for olive oil.
Baking has been researched. Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
Research the plow. Yeah. I guess we'll just quickly build this here.
This piazza will be able to host musical performances once we have a working musicians' school in the city.
I guess we'll do that here because there's not really anything else I can put in that little space. Alright, so we got 2 fishmongers. And the fishing stuff is on the way.
Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
Alright, stone is coming in as well. Alright, and I think, yeah, these guys are ready to take out the other barbarian village. The final one that I can take out. Then I will have significantly reduced the barbarian threat before it has even started. Guess I can put that
My
here.
skin appears to be tanning. How unsightly.
Exactly. Rich people are as white as they can possibly be. At least that used to be a very, like a status symbol back then. Because if your skin was not tanned, then that meant that...
Next door, I've just had a lovely new mud floor put.
you didn't work outside. Because of course if you work in the sun, if you do some hard labor outside, then of course your skin would tan all the time. But if you had a very pale skin, that meant you never had to go outside, which meant you were very rich. So that used to be like a status symbol back in the day. Being as pale as possible.
Now in Mark Anthony's day, of course, things would have been very different. My brother joined the Navy. He sailed out past Tengiz last...
Do we have any more? Yes, we do.
We do pretty well worshipping the gods in these parts. I think we should honour a few more, though.
Alright, the housing level is reached. I just need to reach the amount of stone. We're on our way. Over 50 right now. Alright, so I guess we'll just triple speed until we have all the stone, or until something interesting happens. We've taken out...
Research. Hail, Governor. What would you like to...
Boost entertainment ready. We've taken out both of the barbarian settlements that I can take out, and the Legion is returning, so that's all good. We got a whole bunch of swords coming in, so I can even build a 3rd fort if I really want to. Got the money
Governor,
for it.
food levels in our granaries are dangerously low.
Yeah, they all had to
Governor,
grab their food
our
first.
city granaries are now empty.
Alright, so here I am again. I've almost got all the stone that I need. Why the hell did you go there? It's faster to go to that one. Oh well, anyway, yeah, I haven't really done that much in the meantime, just gathering resources. I had to build an extra granary because I ran out of granary space. But other than that, nothing has happened. No barbarians have shown up, no natural disasters have happened, absolutely nothing. So I guess I killed the villagers before any barbarians could show up? I'll have to look... Oh, come on, I'm 4 short. I have to look in the civilization, or the scenario editor after I'm done, but... This map doesn't seem that very hard, except for the start, because you don't have a lot of money, but that's it. Excuse me. Alright, I just need one more stone delivery. Oh, why the hell is the path so weird over there? There we go. Alright, so there's our first stone delivery, or final stone delivery, I mean. There's another one right after. Okay, so yeah, there was definitely more than enough. Now let's see whether Rome can actually come over here to collect it. Alright, I have exactly... Yeah, you see, Rome came from there, but okay. Rome doesn't care about a Kistern, they can just go over that. Or trees, they'll just walk straight through anything. The power of Rome is more powerful than that. Alright. Now, let's see what we have to do after this. Maybe the beginning is just like, oh yeah, you have to start with the... just don't start with a lot of money, that's why it's difficult. Maybe now there's gonna be some crazy stuff happening. I hope it's not too crazy. Yeah, olive oil. Everybody's complaining about olive oil, I know. Right. Oh yeah, Rome is gonna go there, of course, because that's the first warehouse. Look at how many swords I've got over there. 55 iron and 174 gladii.
The civil service has been researched. Hail, Governor. What would you like to research next?
In the meantime, I'm just researching random shit.
Research started.
Alright, all the stone is gone. We only have 4 stone remaining. Right, now Rome is almost back with its delivery, so let's see what happens after this moment. We can see Rome not caring about water and just walking straight through here one more time. Yeah, there you go.
Governor, your mission is a
Okay. Oh, yeah. This is an issue. I can't capture that final one. 60 linen to Rome, 80 stone to Rome. Yeah, I can't capture the final city. Why the hell?
Enemies have been sighted in the...
Okay, Carthage. Okay, so now the barbarians are showing up. But yeah, I've already conquered those two. But yeah, I can't conquer that final one. You literally are not able to conquer that. Why the hell did you do that? Okay, what's the housing? Large insula, I already have that. No, there, that's what I went. On the campaign map with you. Defeat those Carthaginians before they show up. So it needs 80 more stone, that's easy. We need 60 linen. We can make that happen. I mean, even I've got two tunic shops constantly taking linen, but still we've got, how much in stock? 43, so that should be easy. Yeah, go ahead and kill those Carthaginians. But yeah, I cannot conquer that settlement, look. You see? I can click on it, like it turned into a sword on this one, but not on that one. I cannot conquer this, so I cannot finish this mission. There, you see? They made it, but I can't do anything. I cannot conquer this settlement. I already knew that, but I just wanted to send this here to prove it. Yep. I cannot conquer this settlement, so I cannot complete this mission. I'll save it there.
Game saved.
Oh, I'll save it without triple speed, actually.
Game saved. And
then I'll have a little look in the map editor to see what else was in store for us if the map was made correctly. Or, well, that sounds very harsh. I mean, what I mean is if, you know, if it wasn't set up that way. Oh, that was it. That was the final one. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to see the mission. But that was the final one. Okay. Yeah, so the only thing really you need to do... Oh, see, look at that. There's an invasion if you acquire 30 linen. And then there are 3 invasions once you capture those 2 other ones. Okay. I activate all the settlements, of course, because otherwise nothing happens if you don't activate them. Okay, and the other mission, was there anything interesting happening there or not? Because I didn't really see anything. No, okay, there was actually nothing. Oh, no, actually, no. There was a barbarian invasion supposed to start at... Where? From a settlement that I conquered? Edit selected event. Gemelli. Yeah, that's the one that I conquered. 20 heavy infantry, 5 skirmish, and 5 elephants, so it's quite significant. And when? When I required 150 stone. Yeah, I deliberately stopped the stone. I deliberately waited longer with stone because I wanted to set up my military before I collected any stone. So that this event never triggered because I conquered the settlement before I met those requirements. So after I met the requirements, the settlement was already conquered, so it didn't work. So yeah, this settlement you cannot conquer. I know that from the campaign, and also because it says to Carthage right there. Usually when it says that, you can't conquer it. I don't know if that is every single time, but I know for a fact that most of the time, when it says to Carthage or to Spain or whatever, you cannot conquer the settlements. So, yeah, you cannot finish your missions because I can only conquer 2 settlements on this map and not 3. So pretty much all you need to do is reduce that from 3 to 2, and then everything else works completely fine. I don't know if any of these come from... Oh, they also come from there. Okay, now I wouldn't do that. Okay, so what I would do as a tip... well, first of all, it sounds a bit mean, or not mean. It sounds a bit... like I'm plugging my own videos, but watch all of my videos of the campaign, because all the vanilla single mission videos, watch all of those, or play the game, or play it yourself. But I feel like watching the videos is faster, that you don't have to do every single mission on your own. So therefore I say watch the videos. But you can also play the entire campaign and do all the single missions yourself. But just have a little look. Like, watching the videos is easier, of course, because you don't have to start up the entire game. Have a little look at the videos where I play the campaign and where I play the single missions from the vanilla game. And see there how many, which settlements you can conquer on the map. Because this mission right here, the map that you use here during this single mission, that is from the campaign. Yeah, I can start it up very quickly. No, I can't. What the hell? I thought there was a campaign. Was that a single mission? Oh, it's this one, War with Carthage.
The power of Carthage is growing, and we can no longer afford to ignore their arrogant expansion, attacking Roman colonies and taking control of our trading ports. We must take the fight to them. You will establish a new city right in the heart of their lands.
Yeah, okay, so this is... You see, this is the same map that you see there. You see, yeah, that's very stupid. I know, that's the game. The game does that. They change this thing when you make your own campaign. They change the image. It's very silly, I know, but yeah, the game just does that. So this is, yeah, you cannot conquer this settlement. Usually you can see it because it has this image. As you can see, the 3 palisade walls or whatever those things are. But yeah, like I said, when you load this map in on your own single mission, this image changes to a similar image like this one. And that is the image that you can conquer it, even though the status remains the same. So that's not your fault, that's the game's fault. But yeah, be careful. So a tip. A tip for me is watch all of my videos on the campaign and on the single missions from the vanilla game. Of course, not the single mission that I downloaded, because the same issue arises. But watch, or at least if you, not necessarily every single one, but just watch the one where the campaign map pops up that you want to use. So in this case, you wanted to use this map, so you should watch my video about War with Carthage. And there you would have seen that this is unconquerable. So then you know, aha, I cannot tell the player to conquer all 3 settlements because that is impossible. So that's a bit of a tip for anyone that wants to make a military mission where the goal is to conquer a certain amount of settlements on the campaign map. Watch one of my videos where the campaign map is featured, because that's easier. You can, like I said, you can also play the game yourself and figure it out, but I feel like it's easier for you if you just quickly go to my video and quickly like scan through the video and like watch like, aha, okay, there, because you know, then you don't have to start the entire game up and all that type of stuff. Just watch the video where the campaign map is played, and then you can see whether which settlements can be conquered and which settlements cannot be conquered, because then you can prevent mistakes or accidents or whatever, like this, where you accidentally say, I have to conquer 3, but I cannot conquer 3 because the 3rd one is unconquerable. So that's a tip for, in general, for anyone that wants to make a military mission. Check which settlements can be conquered, and then don't tell me to conquer more than that, of course. As a tip for the guy that made the level, yeah, the start was difficult because I did not have a lot of money. I only started out with 3,000 Dinarie, and that's not a lot. So that's what made the start challenging. However, the only invasion from the barbarians right here is at 150 stone. And I deliberately ignored the stone because I thought, all right, that's part of the objective. So if I just rush for the objective, I probably will get harassed by barbarians. So, you know, therefore I've deliberately ignored stone, because I thought I saw this at the start, it was red, it was hard military. So, okay, hard military mission, that means military goes first, objectives come second. At least that's the way I think. Not everybody thinks like that, but that's the way I think. I'm like, okay, this is apparently a very hard military mission, so I should put all of my effort into building up my military as fast as I can. So what you could do in order to prevent me from having an easier time is maybe instead of triggering this invasion when I have 150 stone, trigger it when I've built 2 sword makers or something, and then, or 1 sword maker, and make it put a delay on it, because otherwise it's unfair. You know, if I build 1 sword maker and immediately there is a humongous barbarian invasion, that is like impossible, because like, well, impossible. Unfair. That's really that would be unfair, you know. If I build a sword maker, you've triggered it, so that as soon as I build a sword maker, a humongous barbarian army shows up. You're like, no fucking way that I have enough time to make the swords and, you know, all that type of stuff. So, you know, keep it fair, of course. You know, play test a little bit maybe on your own, like with the trigger. Make it like as harsh as you can in the beginning, and then play it, see if it is too harsh or not, and then you can tone it down a little bit, or the other way around. Make it easy, see if you can make it like rather easy, see if you can play test it yourself, see if you can make it, and then think, all right, I can add a few more elephants or something, or decrease the delay, because you can of course set a delay on these things. It says +0, so there's no delay. Once I reach 150 stone, bam, that invasion will start. And will it repeat? No, it won't repeat. So it was just a one-time thing. Okay. But what you could do is say like, all right, instead of when I have 150 stone, trigger it when I have, I don't know, like 8 gladii or 4 gladii. Like once I have my first set of gladii, then make a small, like barbarian invasion start. Something like that, because, you know, I see very hard military missions, so I think, okay, military goes first, and then objective second, and then apparently it is triggered only when the objective starts, you know, when you start collecting things for the objective. So by the time I had 150 stone, I had already completely taken care of the settlement that the barbarians were supposed to come from. So, yeah. So if you want to make the start, I mean, the start was difficult because I didn't have a lot of money. I mean, again, technically I could take a loan. I refused to take loans, so therefore I made it a bit more difficult for myself. So in my case, the beginning was difficult just because I didn't have a lot of money, and I thought I needed to do the military quickly, because military is expensive. Our iron mines are 750 denarii a piece, and a sword maker is 500 denarii a piece. And you need multiple iron mines to support one sword maker, so that is a very expensive endeavor. And I only start with 3,000 denarii, so the beginning is tough because of that alone, you know. So that is good. But after that initial part, it was just smooth sailing until I finished the objective, because there was nothing. There's only one barbarian invasion coming in when I have 150 stone, but I already taken out the settlement by then, so I never saw that happening. So if you want to make the beginning a bit more difficult, I would suggest trigger this when I start making military things. Like maybe trigger this when I build my first sword maker, and then like add a 5-month delay on it and have it repeat instead of making it a one-time thing. Because then I'm going to prioritize conquering the settlement. If that's what you want, of course. Or, of course, you can send it to Carthage so that I can't conquer it, so that they constantly harass me. And again, you should be careful with that stuff, because then there is a fire. I feel like in many games actually, but in this game in particular, there's a very fine line in it being difficult and annoying. Like if you make barbarians constantly harass me every single time, it's not going to be difficult. It's going to be annoying at some point, because I constantly have to send my legion out, and because I can't conquer the settlement, so I can't retaliate in that way, you know, to stop the trigger completely. Then it's just going to be complete nuisance every single time, and that's just going to be very annoying to deal with. So, you know, there's a very fine line in between actually difficult and annoying. So be careful with that. Don't just send millions and millions of barbarians my way, because that might be difficult, but that's also going to be annoying rather than actually fun of a challenge to deal with, you know? So be careful with that. But anyway, in order to get back to my point, in order to make the beginning a bit more interesting, I suggest spawn the barbarians when, I don't know, when I acquire some iron, maybe, or maybe when I build my first sword maker and then put a delay on it, or maybe when I build my first fort and then put a delay on it. Something like that, because, you know, I think, oh, military mission, I start working on military, I see the campaign map, I see I'm surrounded by barbarians, so I think, oh, I have to prepare myself very well and very quickly, and then I'm going to ignore the objective. So you can still leave this in, like, I would say, you can still leave this in, like a barbarian invasion when I have 150 stone, but, and then also you should leave it as a one-time thing, that's fine. But increase the size of the army, because 30 at that point, when I, you know, at the point I had 150, I was so, like, I was researching random shit because I've researched everything and that I needed to research, and I had fuck tons of money. So at that point, I was already like so well established, it was ridiculous. So in that case, you should increase the barbarian garrison size, or the army size that attacks. So in order to make this a bit more spicy, I suggest like one trigger, add one trigger. You can leave this in if you want with the 150 stone. You can leave that if you want, but add another one where the barbarians start attacking, I don't know, when I build my first sword maker, or when I build my first fort, or when I acquire 5 iron, like 5 iron or 10 iron or 15 iron or something. And then put a bit of a delay on it, because if you know, you can leave the sword, like if you build a fort, you don't have to put that much of a delay on it because your centurions can deal with, unless you, of course, you want a humongous barbarian army to come in right away. In that case, you should put a delay on it because otherwise it's unfair for the player. But yeah, put a bit of delay on it once you want to if you want to trigger it when I acquire iron or build a sword maker, because you know, because that is that still takes a while. If I build a sword maker and then immediately you let a huge barbarian army approach me, then, you know, I never am gonna have enough time to make swords and build the legionnaires and shit. So in those cases, if you want to trigger it when you get iron or swords, put a bit of a delay on it. Test out what the perfect time is. But, you know, don't make them spawn immediately with a huge army right when you build your first sword maker, because that's very unfair, because then you don't have enough time to give the player a fighting chance, and it's a bit unfair. And again, that borders the line of annoying rather than difficult. So be careful with that as well. So yeah, that's what I would suggest for this beginning. Just a little bit of a spice up. So one more, you can leave the one with the stone. You can also leave the town for the one with the stone. You can leave this one entirely. I would boost the size a little bit of the barbarians, but I would suggest just leave this in entirely, because it kind of like rewards the player. Like if you conquer that settlement prematurely, you have an easier time. So, you know, it rewards the player for playing well. You know, so I would leave that in there if I were you. Just increase the size of the barbarian invasion, and then add another one or maybe two. I don't know, depends on how difficult you want this to be. Where that come in maybe after I build a sword maker, or after I collect some iron or something, or maybe just like a constant attack after the first 30 months or something. I don't know. You can just make the barbarian spawn always, but just put a like 30-month delay on it. And of course, then within the event itself, you can say whether it repeats yes or no. You see, you can put the time here. See, repeat always or repeat only twice, and then every 10 months it's repeated It's repeated 2 times every 10 months, and then it will stop forever, or until you conquer the settlement, of course, beforehand. So there we go. Yeah, this was only one-time thing. So yeah, I would leave this stone one. I would just increase the size of this army, and then I would add another one or maybe 2 that trigger once you build a sword maker or collect iron or whatever, and then put a bit of a delay on it. Or when you build a fort and don't put a delay on it. I don't know. You just have to figure that one out. Just play test it a little bit yourself. See what works. See what you want. What you think is fair for the player. So that's how I would spice up this beginning a little bit. Just a little bit, you know. You can leave the 3,000 iron if you want. 3,000 Dinarie if you want. And for this part, this is fine. However, I've seen... Oh yeah, so yeah. This is okay, but like not really. Because you want a huge barbarian invasion as soon as I conquer 2 settlements. But you make them come in from settlements that I will have conquered. See, this one comes from 2 cards. So this is fine, actually, because I can't conquer that settlement. So this is okay. But these other 2 ones, you know, they trigger once I capture 2 settlements. But they come from the only 2 settlements that I can conquer, you know? So that doesn't work. That just doesn't work, because I will have conquered the settlement, so they'll just you know, they won't happen anyway, because they only start once I have captured 2 settlements, and these 2 settlements are the ones that I need to conquer in order for that to even happen. So the only one that works is this one. And there's also this one from when you get 30 linen. But yeah, that also comes from a settlement that I conquered. So in order to fix the... Yeah, of course, the biggest fix is this. Reduce that to 2, because otherwise the map is impossible to complete. You could leave all of these in. You can make, like, maybe you can make... Like, if you want to, you can make it so that as soon as you conquer 2 settlements, the barbarians just go haywire and they just send a crap ton of stuff at you. That's okay, but then, of course, you need to change where they come from. So you should change this to there, to 2 Carthage. All of them. You should change all of them. All of these 3 to 2 Carthage, and then maybe a delay on all 3. Like that they like constantly attack. Like as soon as you capture the other 2 ones, then a humongous army comes from 2 Carthage. Like this one first, and a few months after that this one, and a few months after that this one. And then you don't have to repeat them if you don't want to. So my very much, and that now you can leave this, but maybe you should also change that to 2 Carthage, the settlement. And yeah, then everything is fine. You can leave the rest as it is, because the objectives are actually very well done, very well designed, because of the small map, and the objectives are not too crazy. So that is a very good job on you for not making the objectives too ridiculous. So thumbs up to you there. But yeah, the only thing, of course, is this. This is the biggest thing. That needs to be a 2, because I cannot finish the map otherwise. So yeah, those are my tips for fixing up this this single mission. A little bit of a spice up in the beginning, not that much, but just a little bit. And then change all of those to 2 Carthage, and then reduce the number of settlements captured required from 3 to 2. And then you can pretty much leave the rest as it is, and then it works fine. Although I don't find it a very hard military mission in that case. If you do the changes that I just said, then you've pretty much got the exact same map, but then it'll run smoother, and you can actually finish it. But then I would consider this a medium military mission, not a hard one. Like the start is hard, but everything else is tough, but not unfair, but also not ridiculously challenging. So I would consider this a medium military mission in that case. So increase garrison size, or add a few more barbarian invasions to make it an actual hard mission. That's my that's my suggestion. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless, because it was actually a very fun map to play. The map maker is the same one that made Badlands, and after I gave some tips on how to improve the first Badlands, he made Badlands 2.0, which fixed the issues that I mentioned. So I will not be surprised if there is a Dinarie 2.0 later, or Dinarie. I don't actually know how you pronounce it, but so yeah, I won't be surprised if there's another 2.0. If that is provided for me, I will put the improved version in my in the description so you guys can download it, because of course if you download this one then you can't finish it either. But yeah, I'll wait, otherwise I'll do it myself. I don't really think I have to do it myself, because like I said, I received this like a few days after I released the video on this one. So yeah, that's I have no doubt, I won't be surprised if this one gets an update. So yeah, despite the fact that I wasn't able to finish the level, I did like it. It was well designed, the challenges were good, the small map was okay, and of course everything was in comparison with one another. Like everything felt balanced, so it was good, it was nice. The only thing was, like I said, yeah, the map maker unfortunately told me to conquer 3 settlements, even though I'm only allowed to conquer 2. But that's kind of the game's fault, not necessarily the... Well, there's the map maker's fault, quote-unquote fault, for not noticing it. But yeah, it's a bit silly that the game does that, with the images changing, but not the flags of the settlement changing, you know? Like, it's still not conquered. You're still not able to conquer it. You're still not able to conquer it, but the image says that you can. So that's a bit of the game's fault. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. Check the description of this video for a download link. Probably by the time this is uploaded, we've got a fixed download link in there for you, with a map that you can actually finish. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Click the like button underneath if you did. Subscribe to join the Roman army, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, Romans. Valete.